Residents descended on downtown Lake Orion over Mother's Day weekend, hoping to find the perfect gift at the DDA's Flower and Art Fair. The Chamber of Commerce hosted its 5th annual Healthy Body, Healthy Mind Expo at the Orion Center, where vendors offered healthy tips and tasty treats. Dignitaries broke ground at Friendship Park to begin construction on a new ball field that caters to kids and teens with special needs. And the community came through once again, donating thousands of pounds of food during the 27th annual Stamp Out Hunger food drive. Hello everyone, I'm Stacy Calloway. I'll have those stories and more on this edition of ONTV News. The Lake Orion Downtown Development Authority draws visitors into the village by hosting events and concerts throughout the year. The DDA hosted its largest event of the year over Mother's Day weekend, and it was a huge success. The Lake Orion Flower and Art Fair kicked off on Friday, May 10th, and continued through Saturday, May 11th. Although the temperatures were a bit chilly, that didn't seem to affect the turnout. Broadway and Flint Street were closed to traffic to allow more than 110 vendors, offering everything from flowers and plants to jewelry and art. Community groups got in on the fun, and visitors also enjoyed plenty of food and entertainment.
This is Lake Orion's premier celebration of spring. As you know, Orion Township is where living is vacation, and we started right now. This is the beginning of the summer season, and there are beautiful flowers here. They're excellent gifts for your yard and for your mother or anybody else that you need to get presents for. This is the place to get them.
My goal is to make it something that I would be proud to bring my mom to. This is a Mother's Day and a springtime event, and so when we were looking for vendors, we wanted something that would make Mom go, ooh, and gardeners go, ah, and then their families go, oh, that's exactly what I know Mom would love for Mother's Day. Yeah. So that's what we were thinking of when we were bringing all of these amazing different kinds of vendors in.
Now in its 19th year, the Flower Fair expanded south on Broadway past Children's Park, where performers entertained the crowd from the gazebo. Businesses stayed open throughout the event and seemed to benefit from the increased foot traffic. On Friday afternoon, a crowd gathered at the Flint Street alleyway for a special ceremony. Representatives of the Detroit Institute of Arts and local dignitaries officially launched the start of the DIA's Inside Out program, where art lovers can enjoy replicas of artwork scattered throughout downtown Lake Orion, from Village Hall to Lake Orion Lumber.
The ribbon was cut by Salvador Celarpons. He is the director of the DIA. We are so excited and honored that he came to be part of our ceremony. We have 12 pieces of art that are from the DIA. It's part of their Inside Out art installation program, where they take pieces of their art and they put it out in the community. And the idea is that we're going to see their beautiful art, and then we're going to go back to the DIA to see more of it. And we're very proud to be part of that program.
We choose works from different areas of the collection, and we try to bring works by women artists, by men artists, by artists of color, and to really provide representational equity. And this is for us very important, and it's something that the museum has been working very hard.
The artwork will be on display in downtown Lake Orion over the next several months. For more information, including a map showing the location of the artwork, visit dia.org/insideout. With warmer temperatures upon us, people may be thinking about getting more active and healthier. Recently, the Chamber of Commerce hosted an event to help residents do just that. On Saturday, April 27th, the Orion Area Chamber of Commerce hosted its 5th annual Healthy Body, Healthy Mind Expo at the Orion Center. 40 vendors were on hand to offer tips and information, and several vendors offered healthy food and desserts.
Thinking beyond just healthy body, healthy mind. There are a lot of things that I think that we all agree that contribute to a healthier environment overall. So we're standing next to our presenting sponsor, Genesis. I believe if you're financially healthy, then that takes a lot of stress away, right? So it's not just that, it's environmental health, it's mental health, it's physical health, it's all kinds of different things that you can do. These people can help you make just a healthier environment all around for yourself.
The first expo was held in 2015 at Kings Court Castle. It moved to Walden Middle School in 2017, but came to the Orion Center for the first time since the Chamber now has its offices in the lower level of the building.
You know what, it's convenient and exciting, and I do just really want to take a minute to give a big shout out to the staff here at the Orion Center. Since we moved in, they've really embraced us being here, and we feel part of the team almost. We're still separate from the township, we're still just the chamber, but it's the people in this building that are really helping us to feel like we're right at home.
Elena Campbell was the Chamber's executive director when the first expo was held in 2015. She returned as a vendor to offer visitors a healthy, sweet treat. Her new business, Cookies and Cream, opened on May 2nd in the lower level of 20 Front Street in downtown Lake Orion.
You know, I'm so excited to be here as an exhibitor because, yes, I was part of the Orion Area Chamber when we first started this Healthy Body, Healthy Mind Expo, and it has grown so much, and I'm really excited to see the crowd here today is amazing. And it just goes to show you that people are so much more conscious about trying to be healthy and lead a healthy lifestyle, and this is an excellent opportunity for those of us who have businesses that can help people get healthy to connect with those residents here in our community.
Representatives of the North Oakland Community Coalition were also on hand to encourage people to properly dispose of unused prescription medication to keep it out of the environment and out of the hands of young people.
Well, today we want to remind everybody to safely dispose of prescription medication, unwanted, unused, or expired medication. So we've invited the sheriff's substation to come, and they have a drop box for you. They have it there at all their business hours too, so we just want to remind everyone, safely dispose of those drugs at the sheriff's substation.
While all that was going on, Orion Township was coordinating the 4th annual Green Up Orion. Volunteers checked in at the Orion Center before heading out into the community to clean up areas that were in desperate need of a little sprucing up.
Surprising, the weather's nice. Usually we have 40-degree weather, rain, a little bit of snow, but this year it's beautiful. So it's a 4th annual Green Up. We have projects all throughout the community where volunteers, families, businesses come in, and we assign projects throughout the community to just make it beautiful. With the snowpack, all the debris over wintertime, it's just an opportunity to go out, take some time, make Orion a little greener.
The Orion Area Chamber hosts a monthly luncheon, ribbon cutting ceremonies, and other events throughout the year. For more information, you can call 248-693-6300 or visit orionareachamber.com. Over the past several years, Orion Township has taken steps toward making Friendship Park more accessible to children with special needs. Recently, work began on a brand new project that will open to the public later this summer. ONTV's Joe Johnson has the story.
On Friday, April 26th, the community came together in the pouring rain for a very special ceremony at Friendship Park. Just as the ceremony began, the rain stopped and the sun shone down on those in attendance. Orion Township Supervisor Chris Barnett welcomed those in attendance and introduced dignitaries, sponsors, and volunteers. The group then grabbed shovels and broke ground on the future Miracle League field of North Oakland, a ballpark that will give children with disabilities a chance to play baseball on a barrier-free synthetic field.
This is going to change people's lives, probably more than anything we've done in our parks, like this is. And to see just the faces of the people that have stepped up and that have raised money and put their own money on the line is humbling, and it's so cool. And then to hear the reaction of these kids, the little guy just said, thank you for building this for us. You know, how can you not just melt? Because they've never had this experience.
The project started out as an idea that involved the Lake Orion Wiffle Ball League and has evolved over the past year or so. Since 2017, the Daisy Project has gotten involved, as well as Easter Seals and Independence Township, who had planned on building a similar field of their own just down the road. Instead, the two townships have agreed to pool their resources.
We heard that Independence Township, through lunch with Pat Kittle, the supervisor there, he told me about this field they were dreaming about and talking about building and raising money for, and we realized we were building the same thing. And so we were driving to Lansing the next week, and we got on and we called our park directors and said we need to all sit down and figure this out, because they were going to build their field at Clintonville Park, which is literally about a mile and a half on Clarkson Road into Independence, and we're on Clarkson Road here. So We realized that we're going to serve the same community, the same special needs community. We don't need two of these fields. So they kind of said, we'll help and we'll partner with you. And the money that they had raised so far, we basically all threw our money to Easter Seals. And so we're going to be able to serve. We're not calling it in Orion Township. This is a Miracle League field of North Oakland.
The goal is to celebrate opening day on June 15th of this year, although that may seem a little ambitious. A similar field was built in Southfield in 2004 that draws children from throughout Michigan. Steve Peck headed up that project and told us what this area can expect when the umpire yells, "Play ball," for the first time.
Miracles. That's what they witness. Every game. This is not about disability. This is about ability. When you see a child that couldn't play before come out and hit the ball with the help of a volunteer, it's quite amazing. I call it a win-win-win. It's a win for the player. These players had nowhere to play before. They love it. But it's a win for their family too, because families had a dream of their child playing baseball. And when the child was born, for some, that dream goes away. So the parents are elated. They're just another typical baseball parent. But finally, the win is for the community. Because our kids can't do it alone, we have volunteers come in. And the volunteers are partnered with the players, and they help get it done. It is truly a miracle.
Organizers have raised almost $400,000 and need another $100,000 to complete the project. They're also looking for 400 volunteers to help out during this season. If you would like to donate your time or money, you're encouraged to visit easterseals.com/Michigan. In Orion Township, this is Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV News.
Thanks, Joe. The Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry depends on the community to help keep their shelves stocked throughout the year. ONTV hosted its food drive back in February, and the schools help out during the holidays. In the spring, it's the letter carriers who come through to help those in need. On Saturday, May 11th, postal customers were encouraged to leave bags of non-perishable food items at their mailboxes as part of the 27th annual Stamp Out Hunger Food Drive. Letter carriers across the country collected the donations and brought them back to the post office.
You know, we got all the notices out to all the customers here in Lake Orion, and the carriers are out there just collecting all the food that a lot of the customers are putting by the mailbox, and we're getting it over to the fish organization over here in Lake Orion, Oxford area.
This community really comes through, don't they?
They sure do. This seems to be one of the areas where we seem to pull in the most food. In fact, in 17 we had, I believe, 16,000 pounds, and then last year we hit 30,000 pounds, which was unbelievable. And I was driving around myself today, and it was like every third or fourth house seemed to have a bag sitting by their mailbox.
At the Lake Orion Post Office, employees and their family members, including retirees, volunteer to unload the mail trucks and transfer the donations to vehicles that deliver them to the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry.
We have a talk about it before, a week or two before, and there's a lot of dedication to it. I mean, you know, we're fortunate to have a decent job here, so they have no problem doing, contributing like this. They're doing a little bit extra today, but they're happy to do it.
If you miss the Stamp Out Hunger Food Drive, you can still bring food to the post office all year long. The post office is just one of several drop-off locations in the Orion and Oxford area. For more information, visit oxfordorionfish.org. Of course, hunger is a global problem, and Church World Services is an organization that has been doing its part to help those in need all over the world. On Sunday, May 5th, approximately 150 walkers representing a dozen local churches gathered at Christ the Redeemer Church in Orion Township to take part in the 37th annual Lake Orion Oxford Crop Walk. Co-coordinator Julie Bailey welcomed those in attendance, and then at 2 p.m. the walkers were off. Participants had a choice to walk a 2-mile route or go the full 6.2-mile distance. Money raised from the event not only helps fight hunger around the world, but also right here in the community.
Church World Services, they're a Christian organization that provides various helps for people, like creating clean water for areas that need it, provide tools for instruction for container gardening for like third world countries, that then they can grow their own fruits and vegetables. So, but as well as the 25% that stays locally. That's pretty awesome. That 25% is divided between Fish and Loving right here.
Started in 1969, over 2,000 communities now take part in the Crop Hunger Walk across the U.S. Lake Orion and Oxford residents have been taking part in the local walk for 37 years, the last 15 of which have taken place at Christ the Redeemer Church.
It's really neat to have the enthusiasm of people that have been doing this for that 30-some years, and people that this is their first time. So it's really awesome to see that collectively them trying to help those that are in need.
The Lake Orion Oxford Crop Walk raises approximately $20,000 each year, and $680,000 has been raised since the event's beginnings. The goal of the Orion Art Center is to foster the arts in the community. One way they do that is to encourage young people to pursue a career in the field of arts. On the evening of Thursday, May 2nd, representatives of the Orion Art Center gathered at the library to announce the winners of the 21st annual Joan Brace Scholarship Awards, named after one of the founders of the Orion Art Center. 12 students submitted 35 works of art, hoping to nab one of the top 3 awards of $750 for first, $500 for second, and $250 for third. The scholarship money comes from donations and fundraisers.
We have one person who contributes, Don Chadwick, who is the owner of the Chadwick Group in Lake Orion. So he's a big proponent of scholarships for students. And then at our annual gala every year, we also do a 50-50 raffle where we raise money for scholarships as well. This past February, when we had our gala, we raised $1,100, so that almost covers this entire scholarship.
The submissions were judged by Matt Faulkner, a local author and illustrator. 2 students received honorable mentions and 3 cash awards were handed out. Receiving top honors was Lake Orion High School senior Gabby Gittner, whose pottery submission delivered a powerful message.
This piece is actually very near and dear to my heart. It is commenting on school shootings and how when that kind of negative event occurs, social media and just the media in general tends to focus on the weapon that was used. And a lot of times it's this slow buildup of all of these outside factors that cause a student to feel pressured into acting out in such a way. No one wakes up one day and just suddenly becomes a murderer. It's a long, slow process of all these different factors, and it's the weight that we carry, which is the inspiration for the name of the piece.
I hope that they do take it and pursue their arts degree. And I know there's so many different types of degrees they could get in arts. And that's one of the things that the judge, Matt Faulkner, and I talked about today is what do you do once you graduate from college to pursue that degree? And, I know a lot of stuff right now, the Avengers is the big thing right now. So, looking into anime or even doing digital media, marketing, advertising, that kind of thing. So my hope is that these kids go on to pursue those degrees and use the funds that they do get from various scholarships.
So I am planning on studying at Kendall College of Art and Design. I'm going in as a collaborative design major, and I'm not really sure what career yet, but this year working with Mrs. Wilson at the high school and my AP concentration, I've become very passionate about the environment, so hopefully working design into solving sustainability issues is kind of where I'm hoping to head someday.
Over the past several years, May the 4th has become known as Star Wars Day, as in May the 4th be with you. Each year, the Orion Township Public Library hosts events to invite families to get in on the fun, but this year they added a new twist. Across the country, not only was Saturday, May 4th known as Star Wars Day, it also happened to be Free Comic Book Day. The Orion Township Public Library took full advantage of the opportunity and created an event that was a mashup of Star Wars, comic books, and all things pop culture.
So this is Orion Fandom Fest. It is a celebration of comics, video games, anime, cosplay, and all things nerdy.
Visitors were encouraged to dress up as their favorite fictional character and enjoyed refreshments, crafts, movies, video games, and more.
So every year we try to do one big fandom event. In the past we've done Harry Potter Day, we've done Star Wars Day before. Star Wars Day is also Free Comic Book Day, so we just decided to combine them all into one big event that everybody can enjoy, and not just Star Wars fans, but fans of every different fandom.
What do you hope the kids that come into the library today come away with?
That we're more than just books. We've got a huge video game collection. We've got graphic novels. There's lots to do here other than just, check out a book, which we absolutely want you to do. But there's a lot of different things and a lot of different opportunities at the library here for people of all ages.
The library will be closed over Memorial Day weekend, but on the Tuesday after the holiday, they will be hosting an open house to show off the equipment in their new maker space area. Thanks to funds from a Best Buy community grant, the library now offers a digital photo station, VHS/DVD converter, a laser cutter, and more. For more information, you can call 248-693-3000 or visit orionlibrary.org. Earlier that morning, young people came together for a 5K fundraiser to help get a brand new organization off the ground. On the morning of Saturday, May 4th, approximately 175 runners gathered in Friendship Park for the first ever Young Life Lake Orion 5K fundraiser. After checking in, participants assembled at the starting line. Things kicked off with a short fun run, followed by the start of the 5K race that took runners along a course that wound through Friendship Park.
Yeah, we're super excited for the turnout. This is our first one, so we really didn't know what to expect, but we've got over 175 runners today, and we're just truly blessed and honored that everyone has shown up and shown their support.
The organization is geared toward young people and depends on fundraisers, sponsors, and donations to help meet its objectives. Members meet once a week, rotating to different locations in the community.
Yep, Young Life is it's an organization that's been around for years, but we're bringing it into Lake Orion, and it's all geared for middle school and high schoolers. And the whole organization is built around going to where kids are at and sharing the love of Christ, so that everyone might hear and understand and have someone there to know that they're not alone in this world.
For more information or to get involved, you can reach out to Chad and Tracy Cromwell by visit the Young Life Lake Orion page on Facebook. And with that, we'll wrap up this edition of ONTV News. On behalf of the hardworking ONTV News team, I'm Stacy Calloway. Thanks for watching.